Hey everybody, welcome back to all my mommies and mommynistas. I am dropping this video to give you guys an update on my pregnancy journey because we've transitioned from trying to conceive to pregnancy because I am expecting. Wanted to give you guys a review or update on my first trimester. As you guys know, this is my second pregnancy. I have a happy, healthy baby boy who'll be 2 on New Year's Eve of this year. I wanted to give you guys an update on how my first trimester went because I'm in my second trimester now. And just let you know what's going on, how my first appointment went, all that good stuff. So definitely stay tuned, take some notes. Let's start a conversation in the comments, whatever you feel floats your boat. So as you guys know, we planned to a T. We conceived on July 10th. My first missed period was July 22nd. The first day of my missed period was July 22nd. And it seems like almost immediately after that period cycle, I started getting symptoms of pregnancy. On the 24th, I ate crabs and I had extreme indigestion. So this would be the 3rd day of my missed period at this point. And I mean, I woke up in the middle of the night, could not sleep, drank baking soda and water, drank apple cider vinegar. I mean, I just tried everything to relieve it and it was ridiculous. That's when I knew like, okay, I'm late and I'm having symptoms that I've never had before. So the next day, told hubby, I'm definitely pregnant. He was like, I need to see a test. I refused to take a test, so I just didn't just then and there. And then I really wanted to experience taking a test by myself. Like, I don't know, that's just like my thing. Like, I need to have this feeling on my own. I don't know, maybe selfish, but like I'm the one carrying the baby. So it's like, I need to experience this on my own. So I decided the day that I wanted to take the test, took the test, came back pregnant, and everyone's happy. Everything went as planned. We're fine, right? Right. No. Morning sickness. OMG. I traveled to South Carolina, got there, sick as a dog. That's an 8-hour drive from Baltimore. Threw up as soon as we got there, the whole time while we were there. I just, it was awful. I was helping one of my stepdaughters move in. It was probably one of the worst experiences that I've ever had traveling because I was so sick. And I've been sick before traveling, but it was like, after you throw up, you get relief. It was no relief. It was crazy. So I literally had to like push through that morning sickness. And it was definitely a trying task because I was the only one who could drive. I traveled with 2 children, my son and my cousin, and then 2 young adults that were 18 going to college. So that was crazy. I thought I would be fine because I did so much with my son, but every pregnancy is different. And my thought in getting pregnant was, I'll be fine. It'll be just like when I'm pregnant with my son. And though I know every pregnancy is different, this was an experience that every pregnancy was different. When we came back from South Carolina, then that's when the pubic pain started. I had pubic pain that was so bad that I decided that I wanted to go to the doctors. My husband suggested that I just go to the doctors just to figure out what the problem was because it was like very early on. The baby's like the size of a blueberry. So it's kind of like, what could this pain be? As you know, I had already determined that I was using my midwife. We've already chosen our midwife. But because there was so much pain, I thought, let me just go to the doctor. So I scheduled an appointment with the doctor, went to the doctor's appointment, and we talked. I wanted to know what my plan was as far as having the baby or not, whatever. And then they also wanted to know like what my plan was as far as where I was going to have the baby. And they told me about their procedures there. And I told them that I was considering a home birth. And then when the doctor came in, I let him know I was really, really sick, like abnormally sick. I'd never been that sick before with my first pregnancy, and that I was experiencing extreme pain in my vagina area. And he told me, these are all pregnancy symptoms. Take a Tylenol. That's what he said. So that triggered a level of emotion in me that I'm not used to. I just literally burst out in tears. I had to go to the doctors alone because of the pandemic. I don't feel comfortable in doctor's offices, hence the reason why I'm doing the home birth. And then he comes and tells me, it is what it is. You just got to take a Tylenol. I'm just like, what? I'm knowing that there's something else I can do, but I was just shocked that the doctor was like, just take a Tylenol. And it's like, why would I want to take a Tylenol? I'm pregnant, even though Tylenol is safe. Bottom line is, it upset me. I called my husband screaming and yelling at him. I don't even think he knew what I was saying. I was so upset. And then I went home and called the midwife. The midwife said exactly what the problem was, exactly what to do, and sent me to the right place to get it done. So she told me that my pubic bone is shifting, which is very common in multiple pregnancies, and that I needed to go to a chiropractor that specializes in pregnant women. And she sent me 3 recommendations. So we gotta love the midwives. All the midwives across the nation, you guys are the real MVPs. Thank you so much. So that was my first experience with my midwife. Mind you, I haven't had my first doctor's appointment, my first midwife appointment yet. As you guys know, I dropped a video not too long ago about how to combat morning sickness, because that's all I was experiencing my first trimester. Morning sickness. I was sick all the time. Everything made me sick. It was really, 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 really hard to do anything because I was sick, most of the day. And that's why I dropped the video, because there was so many different things that I had tried that I just wanted to share. So if you haven't seen my how to combat morning sickness with things from home or homemade remedies, please watch that. And then I'm also going to drop a video on how to make homemade ginger ale. That was really helpful for me as well. But throughout my pregnancy, for the first trimester, I experienced moodiness to the point where I don't want to be around people. Like, people irritate me. A level of drive that I've never experienced before. Like, though I'm sick, I have got to do this. I have got to complete this task. I've got to do blah, blah, blah. And this was compelling to me because it made me see what kind of baby I was basically brewing, because I'm so used to kind of self-care in the sense that, like, if I can't do it, I won't do it. I'm not going to stress myself out. And not that I was stressing, I just felt super compelled to do things that, I was too sick to do. And I wanted to do it. Like, take this girl to South Carolina. Make sure that you're applying for this grant. Make sure that you're doing this for your business. Make sure that you're getting this video done for YouTube. These are things that I don't do on a very regular basis. So if I'm sick, I'm just like, I'm not going to do it. But because I'm pregnant with this baby that's going to be like the best baby ever, I felt more compelled to do things that I wouldn't normally do. And I didn't want to be around people. That was like really strange for me because I love people. I'm an extrovert. Another thing was my hair had grown so much. Like, my hair grew a lot. I've been keeping it in braids, and when I take them out of braids, it's growing. My skin, as you can see, always popping, but it's popping now. Like, baby has popped off my skin. I experienced a real decline in sex drive and vaginal dryness. So those were 2 things that I never experienced before, and it was like, what? And I'm talking to my mom friends, and they're telling me they're experiencing the same thing, or they have experienced the same thing. And she's like, people don't talk about it enough. And I'm like, well, I'm gonna talk about it. So those are the things that I experienced that I had never experienced before, besides like the morning sickness and all. I also began writing my my pregnancy journey plan, I guess. Like, basically all the things that I was open to doing while I was pregnant. One of the number 1 things was definitely seeing a chiropractor more regularly. So I went to see a chiropractor like every 2 weeks to get that pubic bone shift and making sure my muscles were relaxed, I guess. I began making my postpartum plan. I didn't put a lot of emphasis on it, but I just started thinking about some things that I wanted postpartum for a home birth perspective. I began thinking more about my birthing plan and being at home. It really just made me think, like, what do I want the atmosphere at home to look like? When do I start preparing for it, and how? Because I don't know. I've never done a home birth before. So hopefully you guys stick along with this journey with me. And then also thinking about, you know, backup hospitals, building relationships with them that are welcoming to home birth transfers in case something happens. Started taking my prenatals. Yeah, I'm just living my best life in this first trimester. Overall, it has been very, very, very hard. Very hard. But I've pushed through. I've tried to make it work. And I just wanted to give you guys an update on what was going on. My next video, I'm going to tell you how my first doctor's appointment was. I went at 12 weeks, 11 or 12 weeks for my first appointment. And I got a little video of how that went. But so yeah, just want to give you guys an update. Let's start a conversation in the comments. Make sure you like, subscribe, and ring the bell because there are going to be some updates coming in the near future. Rolling out really, really, really quick. Let me know if you think I should go live while I'm in labor. And my socials are in the description. Bye, mommy nistas.